Thanks for joining us. It was a frightening scene in the sky over Lino Lakes during the evening rush on Thursday night.
A helicopter broke apart and plummeted to the ground, killing the 2 occupants on board. Brett Udi, who lives just 200 yards from the crash site near Main Street and Sunset Avenue, posted these photos on Facebook of debris he found scattered in his yard. Today, the Anoka County Sheriff's Office identified the pilot as a 48-year-old man from Minneapolis and the passenger as a 47-year-old woman from Blaine. Investigators believe the fatal flight originated from the Anoka County Airport. It's unclear where it was heading. The FAA is on scene investigating. Well, the third time was not the charm for striking nurses, who once again rejected a new contract offer from Allina management this week.
Monday's vote means 4,300 Allina nurses continue to walk the picket lines at 5 Allina hospitals in the Twin Cities. And at this rate, the current walkout is shaping to be the longest nurses strike in state history. CTN's Jordan Rylance reports.
After 3 days of contract negotiations, striking nurses voted this week to reject Allina's latest offer.
Allina needs to be realistic about what they're offering the nurses. I don't think that every aspect in the contract is what is fair, from the nurses' point of view.
Allina officials and nurses are facing 3 major issues at the bargaining table: a new health care plan, adequate staffing, and the safety of the nurses. Mercy Hospital President Sarah Krieger believes they've responded to nurses' concerns in their offers.
We really have put many things on the table. We feel like the proposal was very fair. It addressed many of the issues that the union had.
In 1984, 6,000 Minnesota nurses went on strike for 38 days. Today marks day 32 of the Allina nurses strike. And with no future talks with Allina officials scheduled, it's shaping up to be the longest nurses strike in Minnesota history. While the strike continues, some nurses have crossed the picket line.
The longer it goes, the more we have nurses who are choosing to work.
While others make ends meet by getting part-time jobs.
Our nurses are smart, they are very resourceful. They have been doing things like donating plasma. Some nurses have gotten waitressing jobs. A nurse today told me she got a job at Target.
Temporary jobs until they can return to the one they love.
It's not the same without them here, and I wish they would have never left. So to say I want them back is an understatement.
In Coon Rapids, Jordan Rylance, CTN News.
Allina has kept its hospitals running by hiring more than 1,000 temporary nurses from across the country. So far, the 2 strikes have cost Allina more than $40 million. The longest nurses strike in Minnesota was in 1984, and that lasted 38 days.
Fire investigators are still looking into what caused an apartment fire last weekend. The blaze broke out around 6:30 Sunday morning at an apartment building near Sand Creek Park. By the time fire crews arrived, they found flames coming from a ground floor unit spreading up the building. Everyone did make it out safely, but at least 1 person was treated for smoke inhalation. The fire did an estimated $90,000 damage. The Red Cross assisted 6 adults and 3 children following that fire. Authorities in Andover want to know who is setting fires at area parks. The most recent and most expensive fire so far occurred in the early morning hours of September 29th at Shadowbrook Park East off Bunker Lake Boulevard. The fire destroyed the playground structure at the park, causing $50,000 in damage. 5 other fires have been reported at other parks in the city. Anyone with information is asked to call the arson hotline at 1-800-723-2020. Up to a $5,000 reward is being offered in the case.
The Coon Rapids Police Department is getting a federal grant to help purchase some equipment. This week, the City Council adopted a resolution accepting more than $10,000 from the U.S. Department of Justice. The money will be used to purchase 15 body microphones for the in-squad video system, a shotgun that shoots beanbags, GPS units, batons, and more. The equipment being purchased was not included in this year's city budget. Wintercrest Park will see long drives, birdies, and tee pads when a new disc golf course opens to the public.
The 21-hole course is far from complete, but crews are working to clear fairways and remove brush. CTN's Joe Nelson has more on why building the course is a valuable experience for crew members who say they're happy to put in long hours for a small wage.
And Minnesota is huge when it comes to disc golf.
Although the course won't be ready for about another year, excitement for Coon Rapids' first disc golf course is growing.
I think it's about time. I would have liked to see a course here, 10 years ago.
We'll be putting in tee boxes. There'll be trash receptacles, park benches. We've been clearing brush, hauling out logs.
The crew building the 21-hole course at Wintercrest Park knows very little about the game.
I just learned about it yesterday, to tell you the truth. So I can tell you, because they didn't have it, you know.
Never mind playing disc golf, before this spring, crew member Dennis hadn't been to a park in a long, long time.
When was the last time you were outside before you did this program?
87.
In 1989, Dennis, whose last name we were asked not to share, was convicted of homicide and sentenced to life in prison. While in custody the past 27 years, he's been through different programs and rehabilitation. On good behavior, he was transferred to a minimum security unit in Lino Lakes. He'll soon be paroled and looking for a new job, a new home, and a new life.
Getting these guys back out into the community in a controlled setting allows them for a better transition into the community.
Dennis was accepted into the Institution Community Work Crew program. It allows low-risk inmates nearing release to spend time beyond bars working on projects outdoors for $1.50 an hour that can go towards restitution fees.
A lot of them learn job skills that they've never learned before. Waking up, getting up, showing up for a job every single day, being responsible. It's been a good, really good program.
It's not only helping the city, it's helping the communities, because they would have to pay somebody a lot, you know, to do that, and we're coming out here and doing it.
It's been a boost for our department. They have helped us really catapult doing a lot of projects we have not been able to get to for quite a few years.
The city of Coon Rapids has a 2-year contract with the Department of Corrections for $40,000. It runs through October 14th and starts up again next April. In Coon Rapids, Joe Nelson, CTN News.
Other projects the ICWC works on include construction and demolition, highway cleanup, and building maintenance.
Residents got a chance this week to learn more about a proposed residential development near the Riverdale Transit Station. About 24 people turned out at an open house Monday night at the Coon Rapids Civic Center to see plans for the Riverdale Station apartments. Sherman Associates is proposing 2 apartment projects on a 15-acre parcel adjacent to the rail station. One is a 174-unit market rate building and a 69-unit mixed income building, plus a small amount of retail space. A second phase could add senior housing at a later date.
We have been hearing some rumors about it and hearing opinions from our neighbors, so we're just kind of wanting to see what it was for ourselves.
We're very excited. This is one of the projects that has the whole state of Minnesota and the 7th county very excited, because it's really the first new mixed housing development that's occurred probably in the last 8 years in the 7th county area, where we're bringing workforce, senior, and market rate together at a transportation corridor.
If project plans are approved, construction on the 2 buildings could start next summer and be finished by the end of 2018. The second phase, featuring senior housing, would be complete by the summer of 2019.
Cardinal Pride is running high at Coon Rapids High School. It's homecoming week, and that means the crowning of a new king and queen. Seniors Jack Scheck and Kaylee Harris were crowned homecoming king and queen during the coronation ceremony Tuesday morning. Following the ceremony, the new king and queen took a lap around the field house. They also posed for pictures. The crowning of a new king and queen is an annual tradition during homecoming week. School spirit was also running high Wednesday night. The annual homecoming parade made its way down Northdale Boulevard in front of Coon Rapids High School. Hundreds of people lined the street to take in the sights and sounds. Students from various school organizations and sports teams showed off their Cardinal Pride and school colors. Even our own Joe Yund and Howie Shapiro got in the action high atop the CTN production truck. Of course, the main event kicks off at 7 o'clock tonight when the Cardinals host the Andover Huskies. You can watch the football game live right here on CTN. It will also be streamed live on our YouTube channel. You'll find a link on our website at ctncoonrapids.com.
Next week is Fire Prevention Week, and that means Coon Rapids firefighters will be delivering safety lessons to all elementary school students. And to culminate Fire Prevention Week, all 3 fire stations will be holding an open house on Saturday, October 15th. That goes from 10 a.m. to noon. Along with station tours and refreshments, Station 1 will have a high-tech interactive fire demonstration trailer and rollover simulator. Station 2 will have an electrical safety demonstration, live kitchen fire demonstration, and a DJ. And Station 3 will have a medical helicopter and a fire truck themed inflatable bouncer for the kids. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we're coming up next, CTN News Spotlight. We're going to see more of that high-tech interactive fire demonstration trailer, so stay tuned for that.
All right, thanks for watching and have a great weekend.